Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This is so exciting. We are continuing our series of comments on the Sefer Vayoel Moshe of the Sat Maruv Zechat Tzadik Uvracha. The shir should be a special schus for the Oracha Baschana Rezel, and for Dwar David ben Sarah, and for Rabbi Eliezer Zev ben Dvorah, and for Avram Shragim and Malka Esther. In the Maimer Shalosh Shavuos, in Mem Hey until Mem Ches, and Kuf Lamed Vav, the Rebbe Misadmer Tainas that everything is the Hashgachas Hashem in this world. There's divine providence, but despite that, it's usher to sit and do nothing. Ein somchen ala nes, mashen ken b'ni geula. You have to know that only God makes the geula, and we have no rishus to do anything. Rather, tshuva ma'asim tovim, and God does the rest. And if we find that a person is osek b'nyane geula and he's matzliach, it is a maise satan. Proof of the Rebbe Misadmer, the Gemara, the Chazal say on the pasuk, Yado atedi yadeo sheni mefazron, tedi sheni mechansen, yadu sheni meshavdan, tedi sheni goalan. It's known that I spread you out. You know that I'm going to bring you back in. It's known that I am mishabed you. You should know that I'm going to redeem you. So the Chorah, it's a wonder that the pasuk doubled up and wrote, Yado ateda. No, you should know to warn Avraham Avinu specifically about these inyanim of kibbutz galiyus, that you should know that it's from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Harei ha'ma'aminim yodim, that everything is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's one of the Yud Gimel Ikrim. Hu levadi yisbarach shmo esos v'yaseh v'chol ha'masim. So pashut, so what's Yado ateda? Ki geri atzar cherbet zolom b'avdun etzem reshvana v'achkein yetru v'chush gadol, etc., etc. It can be a gol, it can be a gul, it's pashut from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what does he need this Yado ateda for? Answers the Samer Rebbe that in other inyanim, even though everything's b'hashgacha, nevertheless the pasuk says, "L'man yivrech Hashem Elokecha b'chol ma'aseh yadecha." There has to be ma'aseh yadayim asher ta'aseh that you do. You're not allowed to be batel, but when it comes to the geula, there you don't do. Normally you're not semich al hanais. When it comes to geula, Yado ateda. You just know it's all going to be God's doing. So therefore, if the Jews come to Eretz Yisrael, the Maisis Sod, the Gemara of Zara teaches about a Tame Postal. If you want to become Tame, it's opened up for you. You even have Nisim, like you have with a false prophet, Uvaylecha Oso Mofes, Kiminase Hashem Elokechem Eschem, Dvarim Yadalid, Gimel Dalid. So you can have a false prophet doing false miracles. But he claims the miracles were false. It wasn't coming from Hashem. Samer Rebbe brings from the Rishon and the Rambam in Yisod Torah Perek Zayin, the Smagin is Akdama to the Sefer Es, and Ibn Ezra and Dvarim, and those psukim. So they say, they warn us not to be somech and also sumofsim. It's kishuf, it comes in Isayim, Adkan, the Divrei Rebbe. So his understanding of Yado ateda, that God is saying, you just know I'm telling you this because it's all going to be me and I don't want you guys to do anything. It's not necessary to explain it that way. You can explain otherwise. The Moshe, the Maharal, and Netzach Yisrael, and Perek Aleph explains the Jerusha differently. Min ha'golos nucha lamod al ha'gula v'ram sechom dar v'zeh v'chochmasim v'reishis rabba v'yom Hashem al Avram v'yadoy ateda yadua shani mefazer and teda shani mechanse yadua shani memashkin and teda nishi porkon yadua shani meshabda and teda nishi goalan adkan. So he quotes the Medrash that God says, know that I'm going to spread you out, I'm going to bring you in, know that I'm going to give you as a collateral, know that I'm going to redeem you, know that I'm going to be meshabed you, I'm going to enslave you, know that I'm going to redeem you. Adkan the Medrash, Zok the Maharal. Why does the Medrash go so much into detail? Just say, no, I'm going to be Meshabed, I'm going to be Goel. That's the Iker, the Golos and the Geula. Why does he have to say the Kinus, the Peruk? God's going to bring you in, God's going to redeem, like a Mashkin. Ratza loymar min agolos teida gula losit kol shpir shi yadua shani mefazer and teida shani mechansa ki have pizur ein lo fil seder am tzius shi davar echad kamo Yisrael shehem am echad mefuzer kamo shizbar ki advarim shehem echad hem yachad gamken v'chein yadua shani memashkenan v'nasat yosem b'shis acherim Vein roy lefi seder ametzias shu Yisrael omdim b'rishus acher. Kimash Yisrael ein beretz acheres yotzim b'rishus and vodim b'rishus acher. Kumon mashkim shenichnas l'rishus acher. So you should know from the Galus to the Geula. Know that the Pizur isn't lefi seder ametzias. It's not normal that one nation should be all spread around. And also know that I'm going to give you b'rishus acherim. And it's not roy lefi seder ametzias according to the normal order of things, that we should be in somebody else's rishus. It's not roy that we should be like a mashkon in somebody else's, under somebody else's domain, under somebody else's dominion. And therefore, I'm going to take them out of the shibud. Because the Kadosh Baruch Hu was Mesader, says the Maharal, God makes Seder. The world is a world of Seder. Sometimes Lefi Shah, B'mikra, there's a Chait. She'ein zen nikra Yitziyah min HaSeder, HaMetzias davar shu onesh l'shah. So if it's onesh l'shah, it's not considered Yitziyah min HaSeder. But it can't be la'olam. Nothing's Yotzei min HaSeder la'olam. So you should just know that just like the Galus is Shalok Seder, that's Machriach, that there has to be a Geula. So therefore, the Medrash gives these different mishalim that it's telling us that it's slow fi seder ametzias, and that God's going to redeem us. So this parish of the Rebbe that the Rebbe says, Schus Yogen Aleinu, that the Rebbe says that this Medrash is telling us that otherwise that it's coming from the Satan. You have to know it's coming from, because only God's going to do the Geula, and anything else that you do is from the Satan. That's not how you have to explain the Medrash. Yadu Shani Mishabdem. I'm going to be Mishabed them. I'm going to be Goal them. It doesn't have to mean that there's going to be no human input. Of course, we work, and then Hashem, together with us, with our human input, is also going to be Goal us. Yes, the Ani Mishabdem is God, but the Anu Goalam is together with us. Maharal doesn't learn like the Rebbe Misatmer learns. The Rebbe Misatmer learns that it's all God. Otherwise, it has to be a Maisa Satan. He learns that the Medrash is telling us that it's Shalol Lefi Seder HaMetzias, and God runs the world Lefi Seder HaMetzias. So therefore, it can't be that we're going to stay in Galus forever. So this parish that it can't be that there's going to be no human input in the Gula is not mukhrach. It's not compelling. And not that the Rebbe Misatmer Taina that it's all Maisa Sudden. So in the Sefer Tkufa Gedola, in the 15th parak, the Menachem Mendel Kasher answers this, and he says that the Kinui Sitra Achra is used in the Zohar for a Shem Klal Kol Kochos Atum V'Hara. And in a number of places, he emphasizes that the whole Koch of the Sitra Achra is from Hashem Yisbarach, who gives him Rishus Lifol, in order to be Menasas, the Hotzi Liban Shalak Kofrin. Test us. In the Zohar it says the Sitra Achra is subversive. He causes people to do Aveira in order to give them a schus that they're misgaber on their Yetzer. It says in Zohar, Achremos Tezayin Ches, Mekubalim, that even Benogel Perushim across Betor Biura Mitzvahs that have a Yachas and a Shaychas to the Nyanim of the Sitra Achra, they emphasize b'mefurish that you're not allowed to be megala this to everybody. Only to Yechidim Kedoshei Elyon. These are Razid Razim, secret of all secrets. And so it's the Magid Meisham and the Zohar Kadosh Chelik Aleph, Reish Nun Dalet, this parish in the Sorim Mishtalech, about Razid and also Razid Razim, Tamir the Tamir. It's the secret of secrets, the hidden of hidden, Amikad Amikin, deeper of deep. The less Chachma Be'alma the Yindala. There's no Chachma to know it. The only way to know it is if it's given from mouth to mouth. So, very schwer to say that this is coming from the Sitra Achra, from the dark side, from the Satan. Because first of all, you have to know that even the Satan doesn't have independent koach. That's also from Hashem. And also we have to know that it's a secret of all secrets. Not everybody knows. It's interesting. Again, I have to emphasize that I didn't emphasize enough. I didn't mention the first year, but I emphasized in this year. This is by no way any disrespect to the Satmar Rebbe. They're allowed to ask kashas. As for Shalom, I'm not mezalzel in him, and I say he's a tzal and schus yogen aleinu. But we're allowed to ask. So how come Dafka he knew this secret, which only is mismasim repel pale, like it says in the Magid Meisharim? Only Yechidim Kedosh Elyon, but none of the other Yechidim Kedosh Elyon, only him. Nobody else held it was Ma'aseh Sudden. Not only that, but it says in the Zohar Kodesh Klal Gadol that in Eretz Yisrael there's no shilton for the Sitra Achra ever. Even when we sin, and God removes his Ashgacha, B'chinas Ha'anochi Astir Astir Es Panai. Nevertheless, there's no Sitra Achra. Eretz Yisrael is Miyuchedes L'Shmo Yizbarach. And everything is run here through Hashem, without a sar, without a mazel. So to say that things here happen out Sitra Achra, can't say that. Because of the Zohar Ve'er, Kuf Ches Beis, Kuf Tzadi He Amid Aleph, Kuf Ayin again, Gimel Amid Aleph, Kuf Mem Aleph Amid Aleph. So the Ramban in Arichos Mikri Ches Chafei. This is Eretz Asher Ein Hashem Elokecha Ba. This is only God. What's the Sitra Achra doesn't come here. It's got a lot of other places to go. The Son has other places to do his job. Not only that, but say that these in Hashemayim they give koch to the Sitra Achra to do nisim in order to test them. So this is a machlokas tanoim on the pasuk Yakom Bekir B'Cham Navi Yud Gimel Beis. The Gemara Sanhedrin it's brought Tzadi Amid Aleph. Tanya Yossi Aglili Oimer Higia Torah L'Sek David Shalav Adazor L'Fich Linti Torah Mem Shalabo Shafilu Mamad L'Chacham Evim Tzaraki Al Tishma L'Itanya Rabbi Akiva Chas V'Shalom Shekadosh Baruch Hu Mamad Cham L'Over Etzoni Alkun Chananya Ben Azor Shemitchilaso Navi Emes Ulebasof Navi Sheker. In other words, the Osum Mofes is when he was a Navi Emes, according to Rabbi Akiva. And then afterwards, I'll smach that, he became a Navi Sheker, because of the original Osum Mofes that he did. But not Chas Shalom, that Kadosh Baruch Hu is going to be Mamid Chama. Rabbi Yossi says God can even put the sun in the middle of the sky and leave it there, do a miracle, for over Ritzona. That's Rabbi Yossi Aglili. Rabbi Akiva doesn't hold this way. Halacha Rabbi Akiva. Neged Chaveirav. Rabbi Akiva said God doesn't do miracles for those who are going against his will. So it's fair to say that if Baruch Hu does nisim stam to test the Jewish people, that's Rabbi Yossi Aglili Shita L'chol. And now Rabbi Akiva says the nisim worked. The nisim originally done, he was a Navi Emes. Stam Nisim to trick us. Baruch Hu doesn't play those games. So some people say that there was really no nace at all. There was really no nace if you look. I heard a guy speaking that if you look in the United Nations, you can look it up online, that they already predicted, not the United Nations, the United States, the Army, their records, they already predicted in advance that the Jews would win the war. I don't know. First of all, the Jews they had body bags. They were convinced that this might be the end of them. Very afraid. And that the Jews they were attacked from all sides and they should have such a victory. Capture Yerushalayim and Gush Etzion in so many different places, even where I am right now. And Givat Zev also captured. Not an ace. Okay. I want to argue, but it's not so pashut that it wasn't an ace. And the taina that Kadosh Baruch Hu was testing us, there the test is to see if we're going to go after Avodah Zarah. This is Rav Kasher. הרי ברור לכל בר דעת כי אין נידון דומה לראיה כלל ואין זה לבלבול בערבוב מושגים כי מה עניין עבודה זרה יש כאן? ואדרבה וכולם מודים כי התעוררות דתית אחזה בחוגים רחבים בין הציבור. What's this? This is a test to see if we're going to follow Avodah Zarah. This is adarabah. People are getting more firm after the 6-day war. People their emunah increased. The miracle I was referring to is the 6-day war. The The Rebbe claimed that it was the Ma'aseh Son. He claims the whole Medina is the Ma'aseh Son. But this is not a test. The Torah is talking about a test to see if you're going to be serving Avodah Zarah. I'm not talking here about Avodah Zarah. So to be ma'arbev the musagim, to say, just like God tested you about Avodah Zarah, here He's testing you to make miracles that what? That we should believe in Him? And that's what ended up happening, right? There was a big hisaurus. People said, wow, look at Hashem. So what are we supposed to now believe? That it wasn't Hashem that's supposed to increase our emunah? And Rabbi Vayoel Gutmacher Migreiditz writes, brought in the Sefer Ema Banim Smecha, that the Sitra Achra and the Klippas stop the Geula. They're Mizgaber and the Geula. They Mizgaber Midrachim Shonim L'Noy Etziyah Migolos Misitim Etzadik Limos Baretz. They make us hate Eretz Yisrael. That's what the Sitra Achra does. Sitra Achra doesn't bring us closer to Eretz Yisrael. And in Sefer B'Kedushas Shel Aaron, Rabbi Aaron Perlov about Rabbi Aaron Belz Kedosh Hashem, Rabbi Aaron Rokach, the Belz Rebbe, the Belz Ruv, as they call him. Chelik Aleph, pages 433 to 434. But Gershon Reiber relates that when he told the Belz Ruv, that the Satmar Ruv, they were both Ruvs. They both served not only as Rebbes, but as the Rav, as the Paisek. So when he told him that the Satmar Ruv held that in the miracles of the Sinai campaign, and Yitzhak the Sitra Achra, so the Belzer Ruv was Tameya, he says. He still thinks that? And so he said, Im hayu nisim, efshar lishol as hayafoi rosh bezdin. Who's the Yafoi rosh bezdin? He's referring to a guy in Rabbi Yoshua Menachem Ehrenberg, Zechat Tzadik Livracha. He's the Shut Dvar Yoshua. It's a unbelievable tshuva sefer. So he was a Belzer Chusit. He was close to the Rebbe, and he was the Av Bezdin in Yafo before he became Av Bezdin in Tel Aviv. They didn't understand what's the shaykhus. If you want to know if they were Nisim, ask the Yafo Rosh Bezdin. You know, the Belzer Rebbe didn't say much. Whatever he said, people try to figure out what he meant. So what's the kesher? What's the shaykhus for Ehrenberg? The Laila continues the Mesaper in the Sefer Josh Shal Aaron. Kasher Rav Ehrenberg Ola legrois shtub the Beis Maran the Darko Pamim Rabos the Tfilos Arvis the Sipulos Divrei Maran Shinir Stun Utafas Miadas Kavanas Rav Dvar v'Hizbi Oisam and he presamti Pam Bechtaveis Rabbani called Torah Shuvel Chatit Ben Osei Mesuyam uven Advarim Tziyanti Sham Shiru Nisim Be'adam Ulchamos Neged Aravim Be'eretz Yisrael Rav Mi Bulgurei Heidi B'Shaito as Oisok Saveis Lamaran V'Miyu Nachat B'Shuvel Chatit Zo Areshim Maran Lo Ratzel Omer B'Hedya Hefech Midivrei Admor Ela Ba'akif and Nasam Aramakom L'Daita HaKadosh. He said that I once wrote an article. I think he was talking there about saying Hallel and Yom HaTzmaut. So, and he spoke about the Nisim that happened in Eretz Yisrael. I don't remember right now. Look it up. But he was talking about an article that was talking about the Nisim that happened in Eretz Yisrael. And the Ruv's brother, the Rav Mibel Gorei, was the father of the Heintige Belzer Rebbe Shlita. So he brought this journal, this Torah journal that the Rav Ehrenberg had written an article, and he had mentioned the Nisim in Eretz Yisrael, the Belzer Ruv, and the Rav Mibel Gorei and his brother Belzer Ruv, they looked at the Tshuva together. And the Belzer Ruv didn't want to say the Satmar Rebbe is wrong. So instead, what did he say? He said, you can ask Rav Ehrenberg, ask the Av Bezdin of Yafo. He didn't want to say directly he's wrong, but the Av Bezdin of Yafo wrote that article, and he said in the article there were Nisim in Eretz Yisrael. says in the Sefer, Shem and Sasam Mechaberecha. About the Sefer about the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Very interesting Sefer about his relationship with various Gedolim. So on Chelik Beis on page 140, it says, it relates that in the Tkufa after the 6-day war, Rabbi Chassid, Rabbi Yosef Ashkenazi, came to 770. He was the head Gabbai of the Satmar Ruv. And he came there for a chuppah, that he was related to his, the Balei HaSimcha. So he wanted to take advantage of this opportunity and ask the Lubavitcher Rebbe why Chabad is so happy that they captured the Kaisel HaMa'aravi. It was captured by the Tziyonim. I used to live in the Rova Yehudi, and I would spend Baruch Hashem a lot of time. I miss it so much at the Kotel. And a woman once came to my building, and from the roof of my building you could see Har HaBayis in the Kotel. So she told my wife she wanted to go up to the roof, so we lived the third floor beneath the roof, floor and a half. And she said to my wife, "We're Erlich Yidden, we don't go to the Kaisel." That's the way they're taught. Erlich Yidden don't go to the Kaisel. I was taught Erlich Yidden do go to the Kaisel. Everybody has the way they were taught. In any event, Rav Yosef Ashkenazi, I wanted to ask the Lubavitcher Rebbe, it was captured by the Tziyonim. That's why Erlich Yidden don't go to the Kaisel, because it was captured by the Tziyonim. So he brought his letter to the Rebbe by the secretaries with this question. And immediately the Rebbe answered him with a little note. What does that mean? That Pliny, etc., was saved through, etc., and he makes a Suda Vodaya, etc. In other words, he was saying that the Satmar Ruv himself didn't negate Nisim that were done by people who were in Shomer Torah mitzvahs. He was saved from the war by the Tzioni. Kastner, the Dr. Kastner transport. How did he get out of there? Dr. Kastner at Tzioni. And every year, on the 21st of Kislev, it's right around the corner now, he makes a Sudas Haidaya for the Hatzalah. He thanks God he was saved. Why doesn't he say that's Ma'aseh Satan? And in the Sefer Hechel Menachem, there's a long tshuva with a number of seifim. If the Melchemes Sheshes Hayamim, if the 6-day war was a Melchemes Mitzvah, and at the end, it says, Sheila Zayin, Im Zeh Uneis Min HaShamayim, and the answer the Rebbe gives is, of course, 2.5 million Jews in Eretz Yisrael, including the yeshivas. It's Uneis Min HaShamayim B'Kedusha. Why did they say Tehillim in Williamsburg? And what did they help with? That the Satan should be Messiah? What were they saying? Williamsburg isn't far from Crown Heights. You know what was going on there. And then he's asked, what about Hashem's going to do a nace by those who are against Hashem, by sinners? The answer is Dr. Kastner Ayahu Chulei. V'chozos ben Tusa Nitzolu v'chulei. Ein l'dayin el ma'ashen avros. We see Nisim. Dr. Kastner saved them. It's Nisim. You can ask the Dayanim of Yerushalayim, of Bezin, of the Eidach Haredis, of Epstein, if there were Nisim, the Dailam Maven. Even the Badats, the Eidach Haredis holds they were Nisim. So, to summarize, the Rebbe Misatmer held that it was a Ma'aseh Satan, and because we're not supposed to do anything for the Geula, that's not necessarily Pshat in the Medrash, and Kol Gedolei Yisrael held that there was Nisim, and everybody davened to Hashem, and we're all happy that Hashem saved us. So, Yitzhak Dadon, in the Sefer Rosh Devarcha, says that when they told the Rabbi Shapir in the name of the Satmar Ruv that the Medina is a Ma'aseh Satan, he says, "What? Ma? V'yadati she'asatan kazeh gadol." The Satan doesn't do such big things. It's from the Rabbanu Shalom. So we should be zelchem Yitz Hashem. Hashem should open up our eyes, see Him not only in the nisim that happened in Eretz Yisrael, but in the nisim shebachol yom imanu, amen v'amen. So I hope we meet Hashem in the future shiurim. We have a lot more to talk about, and we should be zocha lilmod ulalamed lishma v'las l'kaimus kol divrei salma torah se'be'ahava, amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.